Hey guys, so welcome to the JV's Nature Walk. I know it's been a while guys since I posted a YouTube video. So guys, this is a very special video I'm doing. This is about the eastern coyote. Basically the first time I ever seen a coyote in the wild in DC at Rock Creek Park. This is not the first picture you're seeing right now, it's the very first image that I've basically photographed this beautiful wild canine. Uh, That coyote is the first mammal the first mammal I've studied since I was in middle school. I actually did see a coyote when I was living in Colorado. It was for 2 months, but that was some years ago. But this breed here, this is the eastern coyote. The eastern coyote is a hybrid. It's a mixture of the timber wolf in Canada and the western coyote in the west. So when the Europeans came over, they killed most of the wolves. Not all the wolves are killed because most of them are living in Canada now. But there used to be wolves all over the United States and most of the whole world, basically. But yeah, when Europeans came over, they killed most of the wolves in the United States. So they let some of them stay in Canada, and there's a lot of them in Canada now. So what's going on now is the coyotes from the west are breeding. They're coming eastward and then breeding up. They're going further north where the timber wolves are, and the timber wolves used to live in the Maryland area. That's their historical range. So they're mating with them up there and they're in Canada when they move eastward, and then they move down further south, and then they reclaim more territory. Now, it's not to say that the wolves can never come back. Wolves are actually coming back on their own from Canada. They're moving further south, but the United States don't like wolves. So they keep killing them off. So wolves do come on their own, but it's the humanity part that's preventing them from, reclaiming their territory. So this is why we're seeing coyotes all over the place. I know a lot of complaints about coyotes, but I love the coyotes. It's a dream of mine to photograph and witness one in the wild, so it's really cool. But I met with a guy named Brian, and he showed me really how to track down coyotes. He's been doing it for 2 years now, and he allowed me to come with him and just look for coyotes. And we also see deer in our way. Fall's already here, so we've been kind of witnessing a lot of bucks and impressive antlers in them. So I was fortunate enough to photograph some bucks, and I love these images. They just kind of walk up right up to us, and I just snap away, just get as many pictures as possible because I'm not used to seeing a lot of bucks just kind of walking up like to us like this. This is my very first time getting this close to a buck, and they're just peacefully walking around us. Like some are quite hesitant of getting close, but they're like also curious at the same time, figuring out why there's two men sitting in the field out in the open in the middle of the dark. And it is kind of awkward, but we're waiting to see what we can find because you don't want to move around too much in in the environment where animals live, because then you're going to disrupt it and scare the animals away. So you guys sit in one spot for a while until you decide to move somewhere else. But yeah, the bucks are just curious about why we're just sitting there, then they just eat his food and then just move on and do its own thing. And in a few seconds, you're going to see basically a video of where I captured of coyotes. This is a pack of coyotes. There's 5 of them, and they're just playing with each other. And like I said, this is a dream of mine. I am new to videography, so I actually turned the volume down on this because my lens produced a loud humming sound, and these coyotes actually can hear it from not far away. That's why they stopped playing, because they hear my lens. So for the sake of this video, I turned the volume down so you guys can just enjoy seeing what the coyotes are doing. A lot of people give coyotes a lot of bad rap because they eat a lot of livestock and farmers, and they kill a lot of pets and stuff in suburban areas. But this video shows you that coyotes aren't the bad guys, they're just animals. First of all, coyotes are dogs, and dogs love having fun. And I miss capturing that in my videos. This is a dream shot of mine, just to photograph and film a pack of coyotes in the middle of DC. This is right in DC, guys, in Rock Creek Park. In this whole experience, I feel like I was in Yellowstone. This is like the closest thing to wolves I'll ever see. And then the bucks remind me of the elk. So I feel like I was at Yellowstone National Park, and I'm just seeing a pack of coyotes having fun and then just enjoying themselves, basically. The two parents, basically, I think so. They have reared three pups, but I think one of them died. So one of them died. Then the extra one is the one from last year, and that's what I learned from Brian. That's what he was telling me, and he's been tracking it for 2 years, and he has amazing, great shots and videos of coyotes. So yeah, has a great wealth of knowledge when it comes to coyotes. He he definitely knows what he's doing. So I definitely will continue to go with him, and even though I got to go in the woods in the dark and just go in his open through habitat, I will still do that. He's there all year. It doesn't matter if it's below freezing or what. It's like he's out there. So I'm gonna do the same thing, and you know, I've always, like I said, this is the first mammal I've studied. So me and the coyotes go way back, and I definitely want to get more videos of the coyotes. Definitely more picture, because the first picture I showed you is not the best picture, but I was like, it happened so fast. It just came out of nowhere, and I was surprised. I was like, I wasn't officially ready, but I was glad I was able to photograph it, even though it's not the best picture, and it's looking right at me. It's not as good as my fox pictures, but you can't be picky. This is your first time seeing this animal. Just be happy with what you get, and just treasure memories. And the video is not that great either, but like I said, you can perfectly see that it's the coyotes. Like you know what this animal is by looking at it. So it must not be that horrible of a video, because I know what this animal is. And they're like so secretive. They didn't howl, they didn't bark, they didn't do anything. And I can see why and how they adapted to living amongst people. And a lot of people don't even know coyotes live in DC. They live basically all three continents of the Western Hemisphere. They made their way south to South America already, because down there they mate with dogs, wild dogs basically, that scurry about, probably like farm dogs or just dogs that just ran away from home. So they breed with them, but the only difference is I think they die easier because they have mixture with the dogs, so the dogs aren't afraid of people, and so they are perfectly adapted to live with people, but they sometimes forget that people mean bad things. Don't associate with people. And I think that's why a lot of them die easily. But the wolves and coyote hybrids, they are perfectly adapted because they have that fear of people. And you want to maintain that so these guys can thrive and live harmoniously in the environment. Uh, but yeah, this is the last clip I've captured of the coyotes. They're finally, it's not, I don't know why it was blurry like this, but I still want to include it in this video as they exiting into the forest after they're done playing around. It was really cool though, you know. This is actually the same buck, but it was on a different day, and it got so close. The light, it was quite overcast this day, but this is one of my favorite images. I love the lighting. It's very, very, very sharp. Um, I definitely look forward to getting more images of the bucks. There's another buck as well, but I haven't seen him in a while. But this is the same one you saw earlier in the video, guys. Um, Apparently it likes me, and it likes when I photograph it. So if it wants some more pictures, I am definitely interested in snapping some photos. It can be my new model, basically. But yeah, it was like really close, man. I don't think I had to zoom in that much. I didn't zoom out all the way in the lens because it was really close. I want to include the habitat part of the image, not just the deer, so you can see how tall the grass is. And this is in DC, guys, in DC, and I feel like I'm in Yellowstone. It's crazy, right? It's like this Rock Creek Park creates that illusion that I'm in the middle of nowhere, but actually I am. I'm in the city, so I am somewhere. But it creates that illusion where it's like I'm in this remote area, and I can see all this stuff. And there's actually turkeys here as well. I saw a turkey one time in the middle of the field. It was crazy. But the moment I was trying to chase it, not chase it, but I was trying to approach it, and then a coyote appeared. And I wasn't expecting the coyote because I was thinking about the turkey. Then the coyote didn't see me until I started to crouch down and noticed a quick movement. So it noticed me a second. Then it jumped up and down to make sure, like, what is this? They didn't know I was me. I'm a human being. So it ran back into the woods. It was hilarious. I didn't get a great image of it, but it was crazy that we just kind of bumped into each other and we didn't know each of us were there. So we both we can't got present real quick, and we just realized that we were bumping into each other, and the coyote just took action and ran back to the forest. It was really cool. Yeah, this is the same buck. Photographed me a few times. Really cool stuff. Yeah, it's close to mating riding season, so you're gonna see a lot of bucks coming out in the field foraging on grass, and they're probably gonna be fighting for each other for mating rights and territory. But this is a young one, so I don't know if he's gonna win any mating rights per se. I saw another one, and he got a lot of antlers on him, and I don't know if this one can make it, or can survive the fight. But maybe next year this one might make it and have some mating rights. But we'll see. See how that goes. Um, but yeah, I mean it's nothing's bothering it, so it clearly has some territory of its own, and it can survive on its own. So I mean it's doing something right, I'll say. Um, if you approach a deer or a deer approaches you closely, or if you walk near its sleeping area, you realize that horses and deer smell quite similar. They have a similar body odor, and it's not the most pleasant smell. Um, so if you've ever been around horses, that's exactly what deer smell like. But once you become more conscious of it, you start to understand what I'm talking about. Deer smell just like horses. And yeah, so whenever you're approaching their sleeping grounds or something, if you smell a horse, it's not a horse. Trust me, it's deer. And they smell just like horses. Yeah. I like how close I was to this beautiful buck. I got some great images. I got great images of the buck, but I didn't get images of the coyote. But I got, at least the filming aspect of the coyote was good. It was better than the picture. So I gotta give myself that credit. Um, yeah. Yep. So yeah, this is mainly what I got. Um, Mammals. I usually do a lot of birds, but this is my first time just taking the time to actually do mammals, and I'm actually liking it. Mammals are pretty cool to photograph. Well, like I said, I've always had a fascination with coyotes and wild canines, so I'm definitely going to make an effort to get some more images of the coyotes. I know I got the fox. The fox is cool. I want to get some more fox pictures, actually. And the foxes do live at Rock Creek. The guy at the Brian was telling me, but they're in a more forested area, away from the open habitat, because coyotes love open habitat, but also forest cover nearby, so they can hide away from people, but also hunt for their prey, which is a lot of rodents. But I actually checked out a scat from a coyote recently, and they weren't really eating rodents. They were eating a lot of nuts and berries. And usually around this time of the year, you'll see them eat that. But when it gets colder, they're not going to be eating nuts and berries, because that's going to be disappearing soon. They're mainly going to eat a lot of rodents. Um, and I don't know if the coyotes in this area are going to eat deer. I haven't seen any deer carcasses or anything. So I don't know if these guys are hunting deer like that. But if you go further north, the coyotes are more wolf-like. And of course, the food availability is different. And not even just the food availability, but there's different food sources up there. So it might not be as much nuts and berries up there as like it's down here. So they're probably going to eat more meat instead. But coyotes are mostly omnivorous. They're not really carnivores. Any dog is omnivorous. So there's no such thing as a carnivorous canine. Um, Maybe the wolves are, but not the coyotes and foxes, because they have a quite diverse diet. Quite impressive, which is why they're able to adapt amongst people, because they also eat garbage from people. A lot of rodents, and there's a whole bunch of rodents, so The Eastern United States creates a perfect haven and spot for them to thrive. And they know how to take advantage of people. That's crazy, right? They know how to live amongst people and make us work for them, basically. But yeah, it's cool seeing how they adapt amongst us, and we just creating this perfect habitat for them. Unfortunately, the wolves weren't able to adapt to living with people because wolves need remote habitat and forest habitat. But as the years goes on, the east is becoming more open because people are cutting trees down. That's not creating a habitat for wolves, but it's creating more habitat for a coyote and foxes because they prefer that type of open habitat. So yeah, but like I said, I don't know if I said this before, but when man thinks he is controlling something, he's actually creating the opposite effect. Nature always finds a way to fill in the gaps. And once the Europeans killed off the wolves, well, nature filled in that gap by introducing the coyotes to the east. So, man doesn't really do anything, or man was never in control. Nature was always in control. And the coyote just perfectly reminds me of that every day. Every time I think about it, see the coyote, I just think about nature is always in control and nature is always in balance. But yeah, guys, this is it. I hope you guys enjoy watching my episode on the coyote in the book. And definitely want to get some more images and videos of the eastern coyote. Definitely like, comment, share, subscribe, guys. This is my dream come true. Definitely donate. Support me what I do, guys. Like I said, all my dreams are coming true, literally. And I guess you donate will help. Actually, you should see that for yourself. Just invest in me, and we'll definitely you'll get more great content. Buy my books, buy my prints. Follow my social media pages. That helps as well. See what I'm up to every week. I guess that's it, guys. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep looking for my coyotes and whatever other animal I can come across by, and just go from there. And yeah, that's basically it. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching. And now, in terms of posting, I know that's what I'm trying to do once a month. I'm just gonna be posting whenever I want to, but I'm gonna see if I can do once a month. But we'll see what happens. All right, you guys have a wonderful week. All right.